gang. This that CSZ gang. They said pull up, so I came. You better put some respect on their name. Yeah, 55, what's goody? Kill the vibe, how could it? Big Cardinal on the hoodie. Let me break it down for you fully. This ain't your average broadcast. This ain't just no podcast. The mother shows spread fake news. We just call them broadcast. West, Joey, Sam, Sean, Dante. And you know that boy Higgy. He said he don't want no small fries. Tell them they better make them biggie. Yeah, you already know what we be on. We got the crown, we hold the throne. We throw the mails and you take them home. When they ring the bells, you know that it's home. The bar set, we setting the tone. If we set it, then set it in stone. Sit in the streets, set up your phone. You in the Cardinal Sports Zone.
Man, welcome into a supersized superstar episode of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, coming to you live from the Fitness Market Studios. I'm your host, Jeremy Wyman, and I woke up this morning. I was going to talk to my guys here today anyway, and I was like, man, it's going to be a great day. Got up, got cleaned up, got my clothes on, looked at my phone, and everything had broken loose. So we decided at that point to change this from a bowl preview podcast. We're going to let y'all ask a bunch of questions. Again, I'm going to save y'all's questions for the end of the show because these guys, it would be a shame to have this much knowledge in one room and stop to ask. I don't want to keep them on the line too long either. I appreciate them so much. First off, he was the engine of the 2013 to 2016 squads. He was the guy that on offense, he kept everything moving even when things looked bleak. He is, I mean, I'm probably biased here. My favorite running back of all time at the University of Louisville is my guy, Brandon Radcliff.
Hey.
Look, B-Rad. Is that a nickname you brought, or is that just something that we made everybody call you?
I think I guess off of the movie or something, it just was universal because even in high school, I was called B-Rad because I guess my initials.
Well, you don't look like a B-Rad. The guy that just left town looks like a huge B-Rad, but you definitely do not. Up next, it's my guy. It's the guy that I call the other 55, even though he should probably call me that because I'm not worthy most of the time. Former Pittsburgh Steeler, Keith Kelsey.
Hey.
And then last but not least, y'all know who he is. I don't really have to give him an introduction. He amassed 4,972 tackles in 5 seasons of Buffalo. He is I'm just kidding. He is the University of Louisville football sideline reporter. It's always a pleasure and an honor. It's my guy, Preston Brown.
The GOAT.
My dog.
Man, this is like a family reunion. When I contacted you all, I didn't really realize you all played at least one season together.
Mm-hmm, one season.
Yep.
So that was right. Preston. That was your last year, right? And that was y'all's freshman years.
Yeah, my freshman year, I played with Preston and Rad. Rad a year older than me. I played
with Preston for 2 years.
Yeah, I played 3 years with Rad, 1 year with Preston.
Okay. Just want to make sure I got that straight because y'all know how Wikipedia is. They be lying and stuff. So really quick before we get to the show, the chat line is open again. I'm going to get to those questions after we got a lot to go through first. Where's the graphics? I knew something was missing. Where's my graphics at? There they are. I was like, why don't I look as official?
That look good.
Look, why don't I look as official as I normally look? That's why. Underneath Brandon is where you can go to support the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast on YouTube, on Facebook, on Twitter, on Instagram. Underneath my microphone and one of my chins is how you can donate to the show or support it on Cash App, Venmo, or PayPal. Guys, we are also make sure that while you're watching the show, you hit that like button. Shout us out on Twitter. We appreciate all the support we can get. Again, we thought we were going to be here tonight to talk about the bowl game. So let's not talk about that at all because something bigger happened this morning. as I explained to the guys before we went on air, I woke up this morning. I rolled over. I've been going to the gym the last 2 weeks, trying to get back into the swing of things. Y'all know I lost my dad about 4 months ago. Things have been tough, been trying to get in the right mind frame, and it's just been tough. So I finally was like, man, I'm getting back to it. I got to get back to it. Gained some sitting around the hospital with dad weight and going to get rid of it and stuff. But I was like, man, I'm pretty sore. I'm going to go back. What time is it? I look at my phone, and it's about 8 o'clock. And our guy, Ben Gumble, who works at the site, he's our basketball beat writer, had put a tweet in the group chat that said, Scott Satterfield has accepted the job at Cincinnati. So the first thing I did was look to see it was from a reliable source, because now with the Twitter blue goofballs, anybody can get verified, and it looks like it's the real deal. And then secondly, I looked for misspellings, because sometimes you'll see Pat 40 with 3 E's with that check, and it'd be like, oh, I thought it was somebody verified, and it wasn't. So as soon as I got that verified, I called our guy Steve Rummage, who does the midday show along with Marcus Maven on ESPN 93.9 The Ville from 10 to noon Monday through Friday. There's a free advertisement for you guys. And I said, hey man, tell me you saw the news. He said, no. What are you talking about? I said, Satterfield left for Cincinnati. He said, what? I said, Satterfield left for Cincinnati. He said, oh my God, let me call you back. I can't believe it's true. And of course, we both got it verified and stuff. So that was quite the exciting time for us, because Preston, you've been on the show with us multiple times. I know I try to hide it, but the disdain for the current administration, I never was really good at faking it till I made it, as far as that was concerned. I had somebody on the show last night even ask me, when are you going to give Brian Brown his flowers? When are you going to give Sat his flowers? And I was like, I'm not going to. And then this morning, now I don't have to, being stubborn or whatever. But it's just unbelievable. Preston, let me ask you first. How did you find out that Sat had left?
I think my sister sent it in a group chat. I wasn't really paying attention. You know, I was doing my regular stuff, and everybody's blowing. I look on Twitter and see everybody, and then he's going on a sense. It was just interesting to go here and move, but I'm honestly glad something new. I think it's just been here the whole year. I don't know if they still got Terry and George, but it's the whole environment walking through there. I just know strong, and those guys had pumping through things. It's good for them in Cincinnati, honestly, because any better than they can get up to that level ever again. I think it's more like a Bush Jones situation, and that's why I decommitted and went to Louisville, get another guy like that who just so I'm glad to him. I hope we can get the best guy in.
And Preston, you're cutting in and out on us. I mean, I got the gist of what you said. That's all good. Maybe it's your headphones. Something is causing you to cut in and out. So I'll go to the other guys real quick.
It might be this weather up here in Atlanta. You know, Preston in Atlanta is raining right now.
It could be. Keith, how did you find out about it?
Well, you told me, actually. I found out from you. It was a bit shocking to me. I mean, I don't really say shocking, but I was surprised because, you know, he had kind of finished out the year kind of strong, besides, of course, the Kentucky game. But, you know, he had got that big win against Wake Forest when I was there. And then he had beat NC State and stuff. So I felt like he was going to come in the next year with momentum. But like you say, it's a business. You just never know what the coach is going to do. Like, they'll tell you one thing, and then they're going to do another thing. So, you know, I don't know the real ins and outs of it because I'm not on the team. I don't know the type of conversations we had. But, you know, I didn't see it coming for sure. But
And I absolutely didn't see it. The rumors that had been floating around here was that, you know, he did well enough to save his season, come back one more year, be able to coach that recruiting class that now everybody's freaking out about. Will they stay? Will they go? And it was a huge shock to me because, like I said, it's just we had the toughest 6-game stretch in Louisville football history, according to all the statistics. We played 6 straight games against teams that were ranked either the week before, the week we were playing them, or at some point during the season. And I think overall we played 9 out of the 12 games against ranked opponents that were ranked during some point of the season. But those last 6 games, it was like, well, a lot of people thought we were going to lose every one of them except for James Madison. So for us to have finished out 4-2, I thought that showed that maybe he cared. I thought that showed that maybe he was in it for the long haul and he was just ready to bounce. But like you said, I think it was Brandon that said before the show, if you see the writing on the wall, why not write back? Why not be like, okay, let's get something set up to protect me and my well-being. Brandon, I assume you found out from me as well.
Nah, I freaking found out on my Apple Watch. I had like breaking news, ESPN. Really, I promise. I probably still got it on my notifications. It was like breaking news, Louisville, Satterfield. That's all I seen. Then I look at my phone and say he's going to Cincinnati. So it was like, what the hell? I mean, it was shocking to just get it like that, but in all reality, I really wasn't shocked at his move at all.
And again, I get it, but like he complained about living in Louisville, and I like visiting Cincinnati a lot. Now I've never lived there. I don't know. It could be the spot. I don't know. Preston,
that's Preston hometown.
I was gonna say Preston would know more than I would know. But do you leave? Is the Cincinnati job that much better than the Louisville job? No matter if we're down or not. Brandon, I'll ask you that first. Is the Cincinnati job a better job than Louisville, or was it just?
No, it's not. It's not. I don't think it's better at all. Okay. I don't think it's better at all. But in his stance, he get a new start, and I think that's what he saw. His how many years he was at Louisville? Is this his 4th year?
Is this his? Was it this? No, this was his 5th, I think. 5th?
Whatever. All right, he's been there 5 years, and they've been subpar 5 years. I can't remember 3 years.
4.
Yeah. Right, I can't.
It just seems like longer to me. I'm sorry, that's my bad. It just seems like he's been here forever.
Whatever the year mark is, I'm sure it was contract time. All that stuff. I'm sure you see it. He's looking at like, I haven't proven nothing to the Louisville fan base. Like I'm still in doubt this season. Like I said before we got on here, they had some marketable wins against Wake Forest, which had the fan base happy. But if you really look at Wake Forest, I didn't think they was a top-ranked team where they knocked them off as. So, I mean, he saw the writing on the wall. He saw that. I mean, in due time, he wasn't going to be the guy. I just didn't see it. I'm sorry. He'd been there that long, and I was talking to my friends the other day. I always said I look at these college quarterbacks. They almost attached to these college quarterbacks and coaches, they almost attached to each other. Coach Strong, Teddy, Petrino, Lamar, Cunningham, Satterfield. So whoever come in next, they better bring in that guy, a couple guys that have a durable time. Because at the end of the day, if you don't have that quarterback, he saw it. He's not going to have Cunningham next year.
No, which I mean, I think Malik was here when Preston was a freshman. He'd been here so long.
Exactly. He was there his whole duration.
Yeah. Well, and he got the benefit of the extra COVID year. He also was redshirted 1 year, so he played. He was here in the system like 6 years.
So what is he here for 6 years?
He was there when Lamar was there, and Lamar in the league for 5 years. But
I didn't realize that.
Yeah, he was there with Lamar. But at the end of the day, like that's how it is. Like you need a quarterback, but now he could go to Cincinnati and buy some time, develop that program, and find that guy so he could be there for a duration of time.
Absolutely. Keith, do you think Cincinnati's a better job than Louisville?
I don't think it's a better job because for one, I mean, in Cincinnati, they still in the AAC, right?
They're going to the Big 12 starting next
Go
year.
to the Big 12. Well, that's a step up. Going to the Big 12. But I don't think it's a better job. I feel like he had more support at Louisville. Because 9 times 10 we're gonna ride with the coaches through whatever they go through. But like Rad said, he probably just wanted to start fresh and start something new. He hadn't really proven himself. To have just a complete season. He was yet to have a complete season. I think how he would want to have it. So he probably just wanted to start fresh. And like you say, when you're attached to the quarterback, your quarterback leaves, it's kind of hard, especially if you don't know if you're bringing in that guy next year and things of that sort. So, but I don't think it's a better job by far.
What about you, PB? I can't hear you at all now. You there?
What Wi-Fi you got over there, man?
Come on, Preston. You got to get off McDonald's Wi-Fi and get your own Wi-Fi.
I don't know why you can't hear me. I don't know.
Oh, we hear you?
No, we hear you now.
Yeah.
I don't think it's a better job, but it's more of a professional town. Like the Bengals who win a lot of games now. They got the soccer. He could really just go up there and because anyway, it's Cincinnati is fair weather as they come. So, and he'll get some years to go up and down and kind of ride through conference. So they'll probably give him those 6 years to make some mistakes, to try and stuff. Go. But I don't think it's a better job. Cincinnati, Louisville, yes, because I'm from Cincinnati. So, for him, I don't you would go when you can stay down in Louisville with the Derby in a college town. You want to go up there where there's attention away from him.
But I'm lost. I'm lost on what do you mean like a better like it's all about money at the end of the day because he's not Kyrie. He's not somebody that's marketable. Like he's not selling himself. So what is he looking for? He only coaching a wristband of the season. What are you trying to do? Go party? What are you looking for? Miami? Like what are you looking for? You looking for something? What is it? So it's obvious. You see the opportunity. He see it. He see like, come on, this is how I'm gonna make more money. I got more years in Cincinnati than Louisville. I see it. Do you think
that's just what is kind of curious is that he took a pay cut to go to Cincinnati, and I know that they may have had more. I saw a graphic today said they had more 10-win seasons than we did, but they've been playing. Had we stayed in the AAC the whole time, instead of jumping conferences, we probably would have had a lot more 10-win seasons ourselves. When I was asking, is it a better job? It's absolutely a better job for him because now there's no pressure to succeed there.
Yeah,
you're the expectations. Years. Yeah, the expectations drop exponentially. He just wasn't, and I know people are different. He just wasn't. Whenever I would run into him in public, I'd try to be cool and talk to him, and he wouldn't brush me off per se, but he would just try to make it as short and sweet. And I've heard that's the way he was with his players too.
Not relatable.
Yeah, you've got to be relatable. You've got to be able to connect on some level. And one of my buddies, he's during the pandemic, he lost his job, so he decided he was going to be a DoorDash driver. No shame in that. However you get your money, the legal way is the way to go. That's my official stance from Cardinal Sports Zone. But said he went to Sat's house 3 times, and like Sat would come to the door, and he was afraid to even talk to him. Like it's just. It's crazy, but I do wish him the best of luck. He never really did anything to me personally. I didn't like all the things he was telling us in the media that it was very easy for us to find out it wasn't true. I didn't like how he misled us. At the end of the day, though, Brandon, you're correct. He's got to do what's best for him, and I think Cincinnati was what was best for him. The timing with signing days 2 weeks away kind of sucks. If you were going to leave for Cincinnati, you've known for a couple weeks now. You should have left a couple weeks ago so we could already have all this behind us. Keith, let me ask you this question. What do you say to the players? Because the players found out on social media. Like, and again, you went through this. Like, what is something that somebody could have told you that would have got you through the situation of changing coaches a little bit easier?
I don't really think it was nothing no one could have said. I would have rather heard it from Coach Strong himself, because that's the person that got us there, and that's the person that left. So, I mean, it was tough for real, because even when Coach Petrino first came, I didn't know anything about Coach Petrino. I didn't even really know nothing about Louisville until I met Coach Strong, and he was coaching there. So we're having all these guys like Preston and Teddy and everybody else, and they was winning. Then they had a lot of guys from Florida as well, so it made me comfortable when I got up there. And then when I hear about it, when I'm coming back from break, like Coach Strong's leaving, and then I talked to him on the phone, and he says, "Don't worry about what people saying." Then they say, he's leaving. So that was it kind of threw me off a little bit, but I don't really think it was nothing no one could have said. I'd rather hear from the coach. Like even with the whole Deion situation, I'm sure a lot of the players feel some type of way, but the fact that he sat them down in the room and had a real conversation with them, you can't really be mad because he's talking to you like a man. He's telling you what it is. So it's up for you to make that decision now on what you want to do.
Did you see the video of him in Colorado today telling the guys he was bringing? Man, savage. He's like, y'all might as well just go ahead and jump in the portal now. I'm bringing my own luggage, and it's Louis.
Yeah, go ahead and jump up in there. You already legged out there. You got to get up in there.
It's however you gonna take it. You either gonna do what he say, leave, or accept the challenge.
I told my people I never seen something like that. That's look more like the NFL boy. Like, hey, I got a 53. Guess what? And I'm bringing a whole new team. Yeah. So guess what? Y'all gonna have to go ahead and tell your mama. You might have to go out of state for a little bit, bruh.
Yeah, see, now they got the transfer portal, so it's more easy for him to do that too as well.
Just go ahead and ship all them boys to Jackson State. They'll be straight.
It was like a movie. I'd never seen anything like the next closest thing that I've seen that was anything like that. Unfortunately, was Bobby Petrino leaving a note in the locker room at halftime of the Falcons game saying, "Hey y'all, I'm out."
He only did that at halftime.
Yeah, at halftime.
I ain't know that.
Oh, Bobby said he ain't coming out second. Yeah,
he elected to defer.
I ain't know that.
Man, yeah. That boy took a break and then come back to work.
He's like, I'll holler at y'all later. And then he came back. Now, look, Bobby the first time was amazing here. He was actually my offensive coordinator for 2 years when I was here. And great dude then. He was a great dude the first time he was here. And I'm not saying he wasn't a great dude when y'all had him, but he changed a lot. I think him losing his dad messed him up a lot. And trust me, at the time I was like, I can't believe it would make that big of a difference. But like here I am 4 months later, there's still things that I struggle with. So I owe him an apology, just a little apology for that. But yeah, man, it's a cutthroat game, and these things are becoming more commonplace in the world today, especially with NIL, transfer portal, all that stuff. Brandon, how did the coaching change? I know I can't ask Preston this question because he didn't have one. How did the coaching changes? How did that affect you as a player?
It ain't affect me not one bit. I just
want next man up.
I ain't care who the coach. And the parlay off of Keith, what you had asked him about, like what you tell a player.
Yeah,
I tell him approach everything you do like it's a business. And when these coaches come and recruiting you, just think about your best opportunity. Don't attach yourself to no coach, because at the end of the day, you get there and he could be fired, or you get there and he could leave the same year. So don't attach yourself to no coach, because at the end of the day, it's a business. Approach it like it. Put yourself in the best position where you look out there, landscape the field. They got great linebackers. Most thing you can look at it and be like, all right, they looking at that possession at that school. That's a great school to go to. Don't go to no school that don't be throwing the ball and you're a wide receiver. So, like, just put yourself in the best position. Don't attach yourself to no man.
Absolutely. And that's another thing. I think as a fan, taking the media side out of it and the former player side out, even though I was nowhere near as successful as either of you all three here, I battled injuries my entire time. But It's refreshing. Even I hate to say that to see him go because it's a new offensive. Preston can attest to this. He was on the sideline the entire year. We were running the ball 8 out of every 10 plays, sometimes 9 out of every 10 plays. And it just now, Brandon, you probably would have loved it because you would have been going off for like you did against Wake Forest during your career. Like you had a couple of big games against them, against everybody really. But for those of us that want to see points put up on the board, his offense was never conducive to that. He ran his offense just like he did at App State, and the sad thing about it is we've had awesome receivers that have committed to Louisville and shown up here that have not get to go show their full potential because we run punt or run pass run punt or get down to the end zone and kick a field goal because our offensive line has been stellar, but it's not been good enough. Or maybe it's just Malik. I'm not going to talk crap about anybody, but I mean, he was here 6 years. He was still struggling with the offense. Again, not going to talk. Yeah.
That's all the coaches. He got the talent. Coaches got to bring it out on him. So I don't never put it on the player. Coaches got to bring it out of him.
For sure.
Seen it. I see he could do it. There's a lot of offense. He had the players.
All right, now we got Brandon going in and out. It must be that Atlanta
to the greatest extent of being.
Look, he froze. He don't
even
know.
I was saying they.
Look, we're gonna do a fully quiet episode where y'all got to guess what we're all saying. Brandon, you there? Can you hear us?
Y'all can hear me?
Okay, yeah,
I can hear you good
now. Okay, cool. Preston, I'm gonna go to you, even though I know it's probably gonna sound like a Jackie Chan movie where it's like, fight me, let's go. But can these players that are left even focus on this bowl game? Does it even matter? You hate to say that as a fan, but it's like, we don't know who's going to opt out. Is Malik going to play the game? Is Brock going to start at quarterback? Like, we don't really know any of these things. We don't know who's going to opt out. Our guy, Mekhi Becton, he opted out of the bowl game his senior year, and I feel like it was something we found out just a week before the game. Maybe I'm wrong on that. His mama will DM me and tell me I'm wrong on that. But a game like this, it's lame duck school. Cincinnati don't have a coach. We don't have a coach. Well, they got one now, but he said he's not showing up for the bowl game. He doesn't want to have any conflict of interest. But does lame duck versus lame duck? And one thing I will say is Josh Hurd, kudos. Naming Deion Branch the interim head coach for the rest of the season. Big move for the Super Bowl MVP right here from the Ville. But
yeah, you gotta get him up.
I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to text him and tell him congrats.
Bowl game, that's a good thing.
Keith, you don't know a whole lot of stuff, man. You need to stay tuned to my Twitter feed, man.
I saw that. That was a big deal now. Major. That's major.
Yeah, I got to get on Twitter, man. I don't really be on Twitter as much since I started playing. I got to get on.
Okay, fair enough.
I got to get on, man.
What were you saying, Brandon, about Deion?
No, I was just giving my applause to him. That's a major thing, bro. Shoot, get a intern head coaching job. That's on his resume.
All right, Preston. So the question I was asking you, where I fully intend on getting all kinds of maybe words here and there, I'll go ahead and let you answer.
What was the question again?
The question was from so long ago, we all forgot. Can the players that are left focus and play this bowl game, and does it even really matter? Unofficially, off the record.
Yeah, I think they have their football careers and future depend on it. Fringe guys, 6, 7. So if they perform well, rounds, and then go to combines and pro days, and no matter who the coach is, you got to play well. You got to choose one. You got to go be a GA. Life that you quit. So you got to play. There's not one person on that team who's in third round pick right now. So you all have to go out and shoot your whole thing up and show these NFL coaches I'm going to play every single play like it's my last. Like it's just that simple.
Facts.
Look, we still got the Jackie Chan treatment there, but we heard more words this time, so that's what's up as far as that's concerned.
I got it clear.
Who would Brandon? We'll go to you. Who would you like to see get the permanent job? I know there's a lot of speculation and rumors. Who would you like to see?
Dang, man. I have no, honestly, answer say I have no clue because I just don't know. I would say, just imaginary world, I say running back with Charlie Strong. Why not? But, nah, I just not. That just not.
Running back with Coach Strong, huh?
Look, I love Charlie Strong as much as the next person, but you can't.
All right, this I would say. I just want somebody that can be relatable and that can recruit good. Because at the end of the day, if they can recruit, they're gonna be winners. If not, I have no. That's new head coach. What's his name?
There's a new head coach right there. Look, I love Charlie. Probably, I'll have to say he was probably my favorite head coach ever here.
Definitely.
But you can't be doing the things he was doing with the boosters' families and come back to Louisville ever.
I know. Oh yeah.
Keith, what about you?
I mean, I'm just saying. In all reality, they ran it back with Bobby. They ran it back with Bobby. Bobby has some miscues. Let's run it back with Charlie. You feel me? Hey,
I low key wish Dion would have waited a little bit. I would have liked to see that.
A lot of people are saying the same thing. That would have been pretty. That would have been pretty.
That would have been a perfect landing spot for him.
We're gonna buy him out. Louisville got the money. They're gonna give us. Look, Colorado gonna give us what you said, $16 million.
I guarantee you, all the alumni would have been back for that.
Oh hey, they gonna. Dion might have a whole Churchill Downs.
Yeah, I would have loved to see that. I heard something about a DC that coach with Coach Satterfield.
And we got
no. Somebody mentioned Brian Brown, and Preston's going to sit here and tell you he knows how much. I don't like saying hate because I don't hate anybody, but I have so much pent up aggravation towards our defensive coordinator, former defensive coordinator.
You got
just because of the way he approaches things. So. Names I've heard, obviously, Clint Hurt is a name that I've heard float around. Coach Hurt.
If you said Clint Hurt, hell yeah.
I
That's
like
number
Coach Hurt,
one.
man.
Coach Hurt over Coach Strong, straight up. Coach Hurt is number one. If you want to say, I ain't know Coach Hurt doing great.
I'll put in my vote for that.
Now, Coach Hurt.
I don't think Coach Hurt has said that, but the fan base has said that. His name, honestly, has been brought up by people behind the scenes. In public all season long. So I would not be opposed to Coach Hurt. Keith, you said Coach Hurt.
I mean, he was an intern, assistant coach to the head coach in the NFL. So before
and doing a really good job too.
Yeah. Only way that I tell Coach Hurt that they give him $10 million a year plus, he need to be top ranked. Because when he left, he was the number one recruiter 2 years back to back. His last years, recruiter of the year. They not messing with Coach Hurt. Trust me. Big boy coming you when he getting you.
No, for sure. He was like, had he not got that show cause, he would still be here and he would still be balling. Preston, I'll just ask you really quickly before I get to the next question, especially since we're only going to be able to hear about half of what you say anyway. Who would you like to see as the next head coach of Louisville?
Over there in Michigan, you hear that?
Yeah. Sharon, you talking about Sharon Moore?
Yeah, especially if they win that natty, you got to go get him. Doing over there in Michigan has been remarkable. Beating us, I would go talk to him. At least get him in with the program.
Hell yeah.
What about P. Mo?
Who?
The strip coach?
Those boys.
Okay, bring him back. He gonna kill somebody.
They're gonna be at the next game. You be had boy under the stadium.
Let me ask y'all this real quick. Can the University of Louisville, with all these recruits, that number one recruiting class in Louisville history, can they afford to wait 2 weeks or 3 weeks for these bowl games to be done to go get somebody? Because a lot of those bowl games are after signing day. Can they afford, not monetarily, because obviously that's probably not an issue, but as far as a program, can they afford to wait 3 or 4 weeks to go look for a coach that's done? Brandon, I'll ask you first.
When is signing day?
2 weeks from today.
2 weeks from today is signing day?
Don't they got two now?
You've got so
no, the original signing day is in January, or I thought it was after Christmas.
February is the original.
Yeah, February.
2 weeks is the early signing day.
Oh, early signing day. If those guys is early signing, they come in. They already got that plan, so that guy's locked in. You just, if they do have early signing, which is not a high percentage, then yeah, you probably, and he's a super valuable guy, then yeah, you probably have to get somebody. But if you got to wait till the original signing day, which is in February, take your time to find the right guy, because this guy's going to be in there for a long time. Don't try to rush for just a guy that's going to sign on early signing day.
And the reason why I mentioned that is because half of our class has announced their intentions to enroll early so they can get familiar with the team, get into school early. I think it's actually more than half. Preston, you could probably correct me if I'm wrong there, but it's a high percentage of the guys that are planning on coming early. So I asked y'all that question about the permanent gig only to ask you all this question, because as of right now, I just looked at my phone and the rumors are Jeff Brom will be the next coach at the University of Louisville.
Oh, that's good.
You like that? You like that, Brandon?
Yeah, I like Jeff Brom. He did good at Purdue, right?
Yeah, I mean he
had a good season at Purdue, a real good season. I can remember that.
And he hung with Michigan in the Big Ten title game. Like they were up. Michigan was up by 1 at the half, and then Michigan did to them what they've done to everybody this year. Just put it into a different gear and destroyed them in the fourth quarter. So
yeah. Oh yeah, that's perfect. I hope because we wanted him before we got Satterfield, and then he took the Purdue job. So that's like, hey, make it right now. It's right time.
Yeah, might as well come home. Might as well.
Yeah,
Preston, you like that? You like that hire too? Speculated hire.
I think it's all right. I don't know much or what. I know he was a good player. I don't know how much I think it's all right. I don't think you're gonna get many in Florida if you need to. We're gonna get a lot of Kentucky kids and say Parkers, So I would rather, the bigger splash, but a lot of Louisville fans. So I think it's good for the city.
Yeah, I'm human. I think I could change my mind. I think I'm gonna go with him. I think Shereen Moore outcoached him too. They just played, so I'm gonna take the winner. I want the winner out of the two because Michigan and Purdue. Let's go back to
Preston know a little more inside.
Right.
Look, Preston is doing big things. I thought I was the one doing big things, and then he got that sideline job, and I ain't nothing anymore. He's the one we all bow to now.
Yeah, I'm talking to Preston on the sideline. He know about all the injuries before they even happen. Everything.
Inside.
He never tells me those either. Never. I mean, never. I was shaking my. One last question, and I'll get y'all out of here because I know it is a Monday night. Y'all got stuff to do. Oh, I got to ask the questions from the chat line. Chat line's like 500 messages deep. We'll pick some out and ask. Out of pocket or not, I was at the gym today, and this older lady, she looked like she was about 2 steps away from walking into her casket, come up to me and was like, "Do I know you?" And I'm like, I'm trying to be humble. Maybe, I don't know. Do you know me? She's like, I'm trying to think of where I know you from. Is it from church? No, it's not from church. You would have known me from that. I'm like, first off, I'm 6'7", 350 pounds. If you know me, you know me. You're going to I can't tell you how many times people are like, Jeremy. I'm like, hey, nice to see you. My wife would be like, who was that? I'd be like, I got no idea. But she's like, yeah, what bank do you bank at? I'm like, okay, now you're just trying to, are you one of these scammers, but like not online or telemarketing? You're like a real life scammer. I was like, I forgot the name of it. Just trying to be real. She's like, was it Class Act? I was like, yeah. That's what it was. Class Act. She's like, yeah. Oh, I remember you now. So is this out of pocket or not? Her next comment. You got a little bit more gray in your beard now, and your face is a little rounder. I'm like, did this old bitch just call me fat without calling me fat? Like you see me in the gym. Like who raised her to tell that made her think that was an okay question? Is that out of pocket, Brandon?
Grandma don't be having no filter, man. So you just gotta spare them sometimes.
Yeah, man. It sounds like she flirting with.
They just gonna say they don't have no filter to come to their mind. They just be saying whatever they say. So yeah, it was out of pocket.
I wanted to get off the I wanted to get off the treadmill and trip her. I'll be honest with you. I didn't. I wanted to, but I didn't.
It might be her way of flirting with you.
No, that too. She probably like, I don't know.
You know what? I'm about to hang up on all of y'all. There wasn't no 90-year-old lady flirting with me. Or would it be reciprocated anyway? All right, let me scroll through these comments real quick, and then I'll go through all of them after we get everybody to their. We have co-hosts without McDonald's internet. Well, we got a couple of co-hosts that don't have it. One of them still do. 3 superstars tonight. Okay, Scuba Steve, I'm gonna put you on the spot. I see me, and I see them 3. Which one of us ain't you including in the 3 superstars? Because we're all superstars. It's kind of messed up. Oh, this show's gonna be fire. It absolutely was. Everybody's saying hi to y'all. Holy spit. Okay, well, I appreciate you keeping it clean for the text line. Straight fire. Appreciate that. Appreciate y'all. Tactical Bro KY says, Rad, Keith, and Preston, y'all are legends. I'm feeling some type of way y'all aren't including me in that because I'm a legend in my own way.
I know we are.
Master Yoda says, are you nervous, 55? No, I'm not nervous. These are my guys. Like, no, absolutely not. Corey Bryant says, I'm from Cincinnati. I live in Cincinnati. And, man, I'm happy they took that turd. The announcers there giving him a ton of credit.
Called him a turd.
Yeah. Said the announcer, the radio people in Cincinnati are giving him a ton of credit for turning around Louisville football. He didn't turn around nothing.
Oh, my gosh.
Don says, Jeremy, the Tower of Power, too sweet to be sour woman. Okay. Sweet. Let's see. And again, I'm going to go ahead and get back with all you all after I get them off of here. Look how they are looking at him, though. What? Those are my dudes.
What are you talking about? You know, you're going to find one nigga. You sorry. That off. That's just a little gnat. You know, there's always one little gnat in the room.
Brandon says Preston's on that Dollar Tree internet. That's messed up. Master Yoda says tell Preston to type in the private to type in the chat and get off the video. Y'all are not gonna be rude to my guests. These are Louisville legends. These are my guys, and you will not be. You know what? You can joke with them if you want to. What's up, Jeremy and former players? You know what, Brian? Yeah, I'm just, look, I'm getting kind of salty because this is like, it is what it is. Brian says, remember meeting Brandon at the Toys for Tots signing in the practice facility? Super cool moment. Thank you.
I know.
Okay, let me go through all winners. Speaking straight facts. Thank you, Yoda. We are. Rick says they do fill all the stands at Cincinnati. Look, I've been at Nippert Stadium before. It's not huge. It's very unique. It's a unique stadium, especially when you're looking for the stadium and then it's like below ground. So I will give them that. I'm not going to crap all over Cincinnati, especially since Preston's here. We'll wait till he gets off. Let's see. Tell Preston to give sign language. That's what he just did, Fabian. A little bit. Let's see. I'm trying to hurry up and get. Man, there's so many comments. Late again. Yeah, you need to put them notifications on so you ain't late. I told y'all on Friday when I put this together, I was gonna have a surprise show for y'all this week. Put your notifications on. Y'all ain't listening. So you know what? Gosh, man, I'm still scrolling. Oh, Corrido, our guy Corrido wants to know, do y'all have any eligibility left? Either of you three?
Man, I wish, man.
Nah, not me.
I'm back for an 8th year.
Look, hey, if Malik can play for 8 years, y'all should be able to too. They should give y'all that retroactive COVID year.
I need that COVID year.
Well, that COVID year would have been, boy, that would have been beneficial when we was in school.
For sure. Look, guys, I appreciate y'all coming on with me. I appreciate y'all taking y'all's time out. If they have any more questions, I'll just text y'all on the side because I literally have 500 text messages on the text line, by far the most we've ever had on one show.
Let's go.
Thank you all out there. Record number of people watching live. And we normally just do this live for a small group of people because we do the weekly podcast and we release it on Thursdays. But since we've started doing the video, people do see it live because there's no way for us to block it from being seen live. So we appreciate you all tuning in. Again, this is the most successful. I had no doubt. I've got three of the, not only the best players to ever play for Louisville, but three of the best people. I mean, Preston's been good to me. Keith, you made my dreams come true of being able to go and see a Steelers game, man. That was a childhood. Like, that tickled my dad, even though he couldn't go. That tickled him as much as it did us. And Brandon, you just ugly. No, I'm just kidding. Brandon, no. Look, I ain't gonna talk no spit about Brandon. He has been cool to me since I've been doing this for 11 years now. In 2012 or 2013 was my first year. I met all of you all through covering the university, and you all have had have all been an important part of my life, and I appreciate y'all's friendship, and I appreciate y'all being willing to come on here. We've tried to get this done a couple of times, Brandon, but you always be forgetting the time and stuff. So I appreciate y'all. Again, this is Preston Brown, Keith Kelsey, and Brandon Radcliff. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate you.
Thank you.
Sure. Preston, I'm pulling up.
My dog.
Pull up.
Man, hey, I need a root. Hey, get Satterfield out of there, man. He already out of Cincinnati. They're going to buy him out. Buy him in or buy him out.
There you go. All right, that's Brandon, Keith, and look, I got to remove y'all one by one like it's a. There you go. All right, let's get to the part. And again, I will relay the questions I didn't get to ask. Aaron, what's up? What up, Jay? Use it, love it. What's good? Jeremy, let's get it. Welcome. Look, you made me sound like Marcus there for a second. Welcome. Cardon, Don says this is the first day of the rest of our Cardinals fandom. Y'all let me get caught up. It's a lot, but I want to get caught up before we end the show because, again, I knew we weren't going to be able to do a whole lot of interaction with you all. That's why I put that out on social media, but I appreciate everybody tuning in. Scuba Steve, let's go. Goose, yo. Rick says, what's up, gentlemen? Dwayne Jones says, Jeff Brom, let's play football. Jeremy put in an emoji that I don't. Oh, the T. Okay. Goose said we have co-hosts without McDonald's internet. Still not true. I'm pretty sure Preston is on that McDelivery Wi-Fi every single time. Yoda, what's good? Scuba, I'm still mad at you for saying there was only 3 superstars. Oh, the show will be fire. What up, 23? Holy spit, go Cards. From Robbie, Don, Kelsey, and Brown, 2 butt kickers from the last decade. Hey, Brandon Radcliff, look, you go back and you look at some of our key games, and he played a big part. I was going back doing the research for Wake Forest, and 2 of his biggest games in his career was against Wake Forest. Yoda, straight fire. I appreciate that. RL, let's go. James, to the roof, to the wall, and out this door. This ain't nothing but a moving party. That's all. Absolutely. Tactical bro. Called everybody legends but me. I'm going to block him. No, never nervous. Corey, I read yours. RL says Ben Satter, stay or go. I texted him this morning when I heard the news. I haven't heard back from him yet. There are reports saying he's at Arkansas. I don't know that to be true or not true. I do know that I have placed a text to him to try to figure that out. So, yeah, DW, Torno, yeah, hit that like button for sure. It sucks. He was awesome. He absolutely was. Fabian, guys, pound for sure. MNF in the house. Dang it, Preston is on Sean's internet for sure. It's okay. Sat was trash. And look, I told y'all, those of you all that were paying attention to the year-end show last year, I said, and I quote, y'all are being so negative to Sat. My stance has changed on this, but I still stand by what I said. Y'all been so negative to Sat. He's going to win 8-9 games, and y'all going to drive him out of town, and then we're going to be looking for another new head coach. No, we didn't win 8 or 9 games. We can win 8 or 9 games. My whole statement could still end up being true, but you don't talk crap about the head coaches of the university, or you don't get your access. So it is what it is. Let's get caught up all the way. Fabian, it's the mics. It's not the mics, though. I don't know why, but we always have trouble with Preston's mic, and there's one other person we always have. Yeah, thanks, Matt. You're absolutely. Look how they're looking at him, though. Those are my dudes. Jeremy, like WTH. What? Fabian, let me know what I'm WTH. I was tilting my head like a dog because they were saying some stuff about some people that I didn't agree with. Tell Preston type in that chat, LOL. Cincinnati paid the buyout. Yeah, we ended up with about $8 million. Brian McGlasson, what's up, Jeremy, and our former players? Yeah, I'm blocking you too. Fabian, I don't think Satterfield or his family ever liked it here. They didn't. And newsflash, Coach Sat was a horrible tipper. Like, he would always get like $80, $90 worth of food and only give my dude $3 for a tip. So you cheap bastard. I don't care that he left, Aaron Walker says. I care about the way he did it. Yeah, unfortunately, that's the way, other than Dion, that's the way people do these days. As you heard them say, they got left by Charlie Strong that way too. Said my son is transferring as soon as possible. No, for sure. Because he doesn't want to get jumped every day. I'm just kidding. Cincinnati offers more security because he got that 6-year contract. Tom Jeffrey says we win 25-24. All winners, speaking straight facts. They do feel the stands at Cincinnati. Yeah, because they don't have as many. See if it stays that way. Yep, he can go to Cincinnati and make more money for the next 4 to 5 years. He knew he would be out. Tell Preston to sign language. Type it. LOL. I couldn't see, to be fair, I could not see this chat because y'all are blowing it up so much. I couldn't see it while I was talking to them. Bradley said late, but I'm here. Rick says, I wish Sat would have let us know sooner when there were still some coaches available. Danny says, I'm dying. What's up, Card fam? From Louisville. Rob. What's up, Rob? What's good, family? Justin. Yoda, my guy, how are you doing? I need to get somebody to be the monitor of the chat. So when I am interviewing like 3 people at once, 3 megastars like I was, y'all can handle the chat. Sat knew there was no extension coming. He had to go, took what was available. It had nothing to do with UC performance. I agree there. Allie Jack says that this team is, if his team there is not any better prepared to start the season, better prepared to start the season than we were, he will see the same fury from their fans for sure. Hit that like button for my bro 55 for sure. Michelle said, darn it, late again. Peggy says he's wrong for going out like this. I don't disagree. Satterfield to me was always fake juice, never looked like. And then if you saw his press conference today for Cincinnati, he said the same. We gonna love on you. We gonna be together. We're gonna play as a team, and we gonna just lie to the media every time we talk to them and this and that and whatever. Everybody saying hi to everybody. Cardama, bro, crazy y'all. Oh my God, I didn't know the players found out on social media. Yes, Shan. They found out, not only did the players find out, but the recruits we were recruiting showed the coaches, hey, what is this about? What is this about? So our recruiters did too. Did the guys in the portal know? No, they had no idea. Everybody found out this morning. This is quite possibly the best kept Louisville-related drama / spoiler. It would have been so easy for me to be like, oh, I had probably 200 people be like, "You knew this already, didn't you?" LOL. And I had to tell them the truth. No, I didn't know. Nobody knew. Normally, those message board dudes are on it. I give them a lot of crap, but there's a couple of them that are on it, and then people send me stuff from the message board. They're like, "Is this true?" And then I go look at it. I don't know why I made everybody that uses the message board like young Sheldon. I apologize. But is this true? And I check up on it and then find out whether it is or not. It's 50-50. But yeah, nobody knew. Time to find out over Zoom or Twitter. Yeah, to find out. Yeah. Low royalty, baby. I love it. Peggy says, Jeremy asked what would they think about Jamon being our coach. I will ask them in the group chat right now. So y'all, I know this is bad radio, but it is what it be. Dang. And I hate that Preston's internet's always so janky. So I asked them about Jamon. Much better than who we usually see on here. He pulled a John L. Smith. I'm glad he's gone for free. Me too. Did Cincy pay for him to go? Yes. Suckers. Not a fan of the transfer portal. Bubba, you're not a fan of a car seat either, so it is what it is. Rick says that's crazy leaving at halftime. Well, here's my halftime. No, he didn't even I think he was gone before halftime. He left a letter in their locker room that they came and seen it. Something like that. Don't quote me on that. Straight suckers. No class leaving like this. He called an Uber at halftime. Ruben Owen's dad said, yeah, we're locked in. Exactly. Coaching is a business play for the team, for the school, not the coach. Crazy about stuff coming out. Sean, quality internet. Jeremy is toggling their mute buttons. That would have been funny, but I wasn't. So is it JB? That's my guess. If you asked me to Sharpie somebody, I would say Jeff Brum, Sharpie. I haven't been told that, but I've heard things that would make me believe that. They can call Jeremy's cell phone. He could put it on the speakerphone through the mic. I'll have to with Preston. I'll have to start doing that. Who do y'all want? That's a great question, Master Yoda. Yes, like a Mr. Branch. Bring Charlie home. His whackness. Charlie ain't coming back, bro. He done hit up literally too many of the donors' wives. So, yeah, I'm great with Jeff Brown as long as we get a great defensive coordinator. We need a good DC. If all the backups get a chance, it is a big deal. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I like the old Godzilla movies. How did I not get a notification for the show? I don't know. Subscribe to us on YouTube, and you can go back and to listen to it. Obviously, I know that some of y'all watch through Facebook. I don't know if you get the notifications regularly or not, but I have noticed a lot more of my friends and family say they don't get the notifications on Facebook when they do on YouTube. Can't dip the coaching ink in the no, you can't. I'm glad I stopped. Easy Mac, Deion Sanders to Louisville would have been a movie. I agree. We need a motivator and someone who can make good decisions. Rick Stanfield said, yeah, average honky. It's either going to be Riley's younger brother or Brom. I think it's Brom 4,000,000%. Coach Hurt would be a good choice. He loves Louisville. I've talked to him several times this season about the Louisville job, just joking around. He's like, man, I love that place. Coach Hurt said he was good where he was at. He did say that a long time ago. Early signing is 12/21, December 17th. Look, all I know is I was told it was 2. We were like less than 2 weeks away. Allie Jack, I loved Brom's offense. It was pretty prolific. Playmaker says we have to get Pierce bad. I think we do. Greg says, Jeremy, I trust you. So when you say speculated that Brom is coming, is that Twitter fodder or is it good trusted info? I trust it. Brian said, hooked the old lady up with Sean. Almost kicked her in the back of the knee. So not sure Sean would have been able to work with that. Welcome to Bromville. It's coming, Card Nation. Hey, Uncle Larry. What's up, buddy? Andrew says, peace out, Sat. I have UC fans in the family looking like clowns. They're trying to act like they got Saban. Oh, my God. Ricky Buckner says, LMAO turned around Louisville football. The Cincy fans are not happy, Michelle says. Sat can spread them cheeks for Skyline Chili NIL deal. We miss you guys for sure. Dude barely made it to the end of the year. Trust me, we will be fine. Larry says if Satterfield would have announced he was leaving last week, we could have been a finalist for Dion. But I've heard that he definitely was keyed in on Colorado. So, do y'all have any eligibility left? Nippert is an oversized high school field. I agree, Corey. Just did updates first time in 100 years. Yeah, Sat told us a week too late. That's why I'm mad. Since he's not in our league, they see Sat as a step down basically, and they're mad at their AD. I'd be mad too, but thank you so much. Fabian says, I appreciate all you guys for being Cardinals. Keep scrolling. L1C4 to my kicker, Catherine Clope, the only female player in the University of Louisville history. Very humbled you joined the show. Appreciate you. Miss Catherine, Miss Clope. She was always really nice to me, and I was always really nice to her. Hit the like button. Thanks to Louisville alumni tonight. God bless all you guys. Love y'all. Live of 55 for sure. Hit that like button. Bad Rad says Peggy. Jay Michelle says Jeremy, you're a legend too. In fact, you're the most Stop it. Keep on going. Corey says, thank you for doing what you do. Would love to speak from Cincinnati, both hoops and football anytime. Bubba says his head is big enough. Hey, Bubba, why don't you just go yourself? Sat wearing that black suit with the white shirt and the red tie to the game. L's up. Brom offense with a Clint Hurt defense. That would be fire. What are you hearing, Fat? Hey, you're calling me fat too? As far as new coach, I knew what you meant. Again, I've already answered that, but you probably asked that a half hour ago. So I feel pretty confident in saying Jeff Brown will be the new coach. As always, something could happen. Purdue can counteract or counteroffer or whatever. Corey says, we had to figure this out, though. With hoops and football living in Cincinnati, I saw them mess around and get rid of Bob Huggins over a DUI. This has caused a downhill spiral until a young gun like Wes Miller. For sure. He does still have Ron English, former Louisville coach Ron English. He's cool. I knew what you meant. Still can't believe we let a dude who went 25 and 24 dump us. I know. My niece Nikita. Hey, Big J, love to see you live. Well, thank you. I wish I could see you live when you come to see me. When you come to see Uncle Jay. Got me mad and stuff. Fans will run him off, is what you said. Ricky, they paid for him. Let that sink in. They thought that was a good idea, y'all. They were like, hey, we want Scott Satterfield. I think the wildest part of the day has been the current former players tearing him apart on Twitter. The death story about being forced to tweet was wild. Yeah, I saw it before he deleted it. Let's go Deion Branch. He'll have them ready. Just glad Sat is gone and we don't have to pay him. Need a splash hire to keep some of our recruits. We got to get a bigger guy than Brom, in my opinion, says Corey Bryant. It's a feel-good story, but we need a young mind that can use the NIL deal similar to Deion. Let's find another influential guy with NFL ties. JMH says, kudos to Josh Hurd. So far, I like him until he gives me a reason not to. Welch says, go Cards. Fabian says, yes, Satterfield, bad tipper. Yeah, for sure. He really fickle. Speaking of fickle, Corey says, Luke Fickle did the same thing to UC. Showed up in Wisconsin and boom. Jeff Left says, yo. Kevin wants to be the monitor of the chat. Goose wants to be the monitor of the chat. We need to make this happen. I need to see some of my people for sure. COVID has really taken a toll on things. Need to see some of my people. Corey says UC Radio is calling it a panic hire because they've lost so much to the portal. I've asked her to be the wrench, and she won't be the wrench. She misses the show half the time. What you talking about? I feel like at this point, here's where I am with Jeff Brom. If he's named the next head coach, I'm gonna support him until he's successful or until he leaves. I just don't see another name that's going to put butts in seats. I don't see another name that's going to excite the fan base. I think it's got to be him. It's got to be him. Rick says, shame on you, Satterfield, for being a cheap blank tipper. Not cool. That's how they make a living, dude. Absolutely. And I'm going to say this to y'all again. Make sure if y'all have kids that order DoorDash, teach them how to tip. My friend gets between 2 o'clock and 5 o'clock every day. That's his busiest time of the day, and none of the kids tip. None of them. So do better. Brian says, Pierce asked Ruben on his IG live feed if he would see him next week. No response, but Ruben didn't say a word, just read his message. Okay. Look, I contacted some people this morning that would know about the recruiting class, and I was told not to worry. So I'm not going to worry. I know y'all hear that from me a lot, but I'm not going to worry about that because I was told, hey, don't worry. Satterfield will maybe last 4 years there. They're moving to the Big 12. No more easy games. Ricky says. Shanna says that makes me sad for the players. Like there's no connection because how do you just leave and not allow them the opportunity to ask questions? Not only that, but he had the nerve in the Cincinnati press conference to say how much he loved his players here. Chris says, any chance Brom has anti-Jurich vibe with Hurd? Just curious. I don't think so. I agree with you, Honky. Scott leaving is good news. The recruiting class, I think, will. I'm not going to sit here and be stupid and say, oh, we're going to keep every single player. I think we might lose a couple of the guys, but we will substantially keep. We'll substantially keep a majority of the recruiting class. As soon as I find out, y'all know. Never bad radio watching this live. I know that's right. Sean, what's up, man? I would, but I don't have the time that is needed for that. Rito, you worried that we're going to lose them for sure. What is Deion's offensive plan and pro style, or stick with what we know? I don't think you try to teach them anything new. I don't know. I'm skeptical. If it's Brom, we might actually beat the Smurf turds. Absolutely, Rick. Charlie was busting the donors. Hey. True. Red State says, bye-bye, sadder. I'm so glad I never have to type the word, hey, let's get pumped for Saturdays with 2 T's ever again. I heard the bring Jeff Brom home guy is Jeff Brom. Big if true. I don't know. I might be the only one that uses it, but the Twitch notification is actually the most reliable one. The others are delayed. Dave Ragone, Dwayne Ledford. That's a good list. If Jeremy says Brom, I believe it. I haven't been told anything differently. And I know people that will text me or call me instantly if things change. So what's going to happen with the new recruits? That's what we're trying to figure out, Peggy, ourselves. I think this will be done by Wednesday. Petrino's name's not going to be in the hat. We won't even look at it. Steve Franconia, nothing's going on. What do you think about Hurd? Well, I think it's easy, Mac. I think it's intelligent because the other guys are going to be off looking for new jobs. Deion's not going to leave here to go somewhere else. So that's why. I hope whoever coaches here keeps Deion. I hope they keep Deion. I hope they keep Pete. I love them both dearly. Red State says Christmas came early this year. It absolutely did. Satterfield went from I-65 and BG to go to Cincinnati. Read that play card, Sat. Deion might be asking for too much money for us. Funny that Colorado AD said we don't have the money, but we will get it. Don't know what that means. Branch was planted. Sorry, my phone's ringing, but I can't answer it right now. His whackness branch was planted by Hurd. He's the only guy Hurd knows that will be here on the 17th. Sat can eat a diss. I agree with you, Honky. Brom has a lot of Louisville dudes on staff too. How y'all feel about Paul Christ? I don't feel anything. He is coming this time. I feel if they have blue eyes, I'll block them. Whoa. James Allen, if not Brom for some reason, then what happened to the Dave Ragone fans? Will Stein. Will Stein actually got hired as the new offensive coordinator at Oregon, so congrats to him. Yeah, I haven't heard Scott Frost. Michelle says, my fear is that the fans are so up on Brom that they also want instant results. If he has a mediocre first season, they'll turn on him. They would never do that to somebody that's trying to turn things around in a program. I mean, have you ever seen that here at Louisville before? Oh, wait a minute. With the transfer portal being what it is today, Red State says recruiting battles aren't what they used to be. Sanker a lock? I think so. I always thought blank flows downstream, not upstream. Thank you, dummies. Brom will bring back the buzz, and we won't lose any more kids. Hey, I'm almost caught up to that school down the road. And if it's not JB, the next coach will be gone after 4 years of a bigger job. I agree. Corey says, if Brom comes and we don't have instant success because we live in an Amazon society, absolutely. I've referred to that as that many a times. Will he be treated similar to Payne? Yes, he will. And we'll talk about KP in a second. Brom will also recruit Louisville kids, get Brom a new car. Corey, yep, that's the fan base. Look, the people that follow me pretty much are level-headed. You can change that. We can change that as a fan base. Faith, absolutely, Corey. You're absolutely right. He's just waiting. Like this is a situation where we're trying to put a square peg into a round hole. Kenny Payne and his staff are this type of a staff, and we've got stuff going on here as far as the players and stuff and I hate to say anything negative, but these are just not Kenny Payne players. These are not Louisville players, and I love them. It's just if they were, they'd be getting what we're trying to teach to them, and they're just not. Anyone looked at Purdue's current 23 commits? A lot of Louisville flavor there. Nope, I haven't. Brom has a Louisville clause in his contract. He will come, says Res State. Chris Curry, Willie Taggart will coach for free. He's got checks coming in every week like the Publishers Clearinghouse. That is for sure the truth. All right, guys, I just wanted to get on here, catch y'all up to what I was hearing. Let me pull this up real quick because my iPad has die-padded. Crazy cut. Make sure you check out all of our we're going to give a shout out again to all of our fine sponsors: Fitness Market, Shack in the Back Barbecue, Four Pegs Smokehouse, Derby City Line of Landscaping, and we're working on more. Check out the photo galleries at Cardinal Sports Zone. If you would like to sponsor these are all mixed up. Higgy, it's your fault. And I will get to the rest of y'all's questions. I just want to go ahead and do the code close. If you'd like to sponsor the podcast, there's underneath me is ways you can sponsor it. You can also hit us up for a contract deal, and we'll give you a good deal on that. To follow us on social media, it's on the other side of the screen at the bottom. You can find the podcast on over 125 avenues in all Apple, iTunes, Buzzsprout, Spotify, Stitcher, TuneIn, Google, Amazon, iHeart, over 125 and all. As I said, hit subscribe, hit follow, hit purchase, hit stalk, whatever it is. I don't know what it is on the different ones, but hit it. Get the notifications right away. If you haven't listened to all the prior episodes of the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast, go back, check them all out. Go to cardinalsportszone.com, the place it all began. Go to the podcast tab, hit the drop-down menu, go to CSZ Podcast. Check them out there. You can also see all of our exclusives and photo galleries at cardinalsportszone.com. They're pinned to the top of the site. Shout out to everybody out there that's sharing the podcast. We appreciate and love you all. Shout out again to our guys, Marcus Maben and Steve Rummage, doing the Lord's work on ESPN 93.9 The Ville Monday through Friday. Marcus is there most of the times, Monday through Friday. Check them out. They do really, really, really good work there. Guys, let me go ahead and clear out the text line. Rito says at this point it's Brom or bust, I think. I agree. Uncle Larry said, how many years would you give Jeff on his first contract? You got to match. You got to give him 6. If Brom has hired 20 to 25,000 fans versus Georgia Tech, Murray State sells out 30 to 35,000 versus IU, says TJ. H-Man says, Jeremy, what do you think about Satterfield? Who do you think will be the next coach? Jeff Brom. Do you agree with fans saying that Kenny Payne should be fired? Absolutely not. Look, you have to understand they came in here and should have been given a Lamborghini, and then they look out back and it's a Pinto that needs to be restored. There's a lot of work that needs to be done here. And they are fully confident that come April and May that they'll be able to fix this program. You just had to get there's no other way to say it. You just had to get Chris Mack's guys out of here, and Kenny Payne's in here to be able to judge him fairly, and people aren't doing that. Corey says, I agree. Being at the game Sunday, they don't have the Louisville grit that made me a fan. Willard showed me a nice refreshment of what it was like to see Patino back. Ricky says, poor Willie's been passed around a lot. Maybe we need to introduce Willie to Sean because he needs to be passed around a lot. Shannon says, thanks, Jeremy. Great show as always. Glad I caught you tonight. I'm glad you did too, because I'm pretty great. Messing with you. She knows what I'm talking about. She was my childhood, one of my childhood best friends. She lived a couple streets away. I'd like to get Brian Hartline. Go get Cadillac Williams, maybe. Average Honky wants to know what Satterfield was ordering on DoorDash. Seems like actually, it was tumbleweed. Willie's nickname ought to be Smoke. Stop it, Chris. Bubba says CSZ on 93.9. I'm good the way this is. No offense to 93.9, but I get to do my own thing. I control everything here. I worked my whole life to not have bosses. I don't want bosses. Chris Mack equals Xavier, aka Cincinnati. Henry Huang says, I found out Coach Brown blocked me on Twitter. What did I say to offend him? Maybe you called him a coach. I don't know. I argue the way I see it is people can't blame Kenny, but I can see you blame the assistant coaches. Look, I had a long conversation with, and I won't say any names, but I had a long conversation with one of the coaches this morning, and they are so hungry for the fans' adulation, and yeah, you got to work for that, but they want the fans' understanding, and I don't know. Like, we just have to have more patience, but I would not blame the assistant coaches at all. Red State says 93.9 needs about 50,000 more watts of power. Maybe. Dan says KP absolutely deserves more than a year, but I'm very concerned the school leadership might place unreasonable demands. I don't expect him to be here any less than 2 seasons. And that might make some of y'all mad, but I just don't. I'm gonna go ahead and play the outro, even though my guy didn't tell me. Yeah, I mean, tumbleweed, bro. Tumbleweed. Average Honky, thank you for tuning in as always. Everybody else, thank you for tuning in as always. Thanks again for the support and the love. We love y'all too. Until the next time, this has been the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. See, I could be on. I've been on the radio. I should be on the radio. I am on the radio. Podcast and the radio is the same thing, right? Probably not. Thanks, Brian. I appreciate your last words. Pretty long. Look. Charlie family for sure. Rick, thank you. Michelle, thank you. I do it for y'all. I do it all for you all. Without you all, my life is incomplete. You know, I didn't just steal that lyric from Cisco. Yeah, I don't mind tumbleweed views. That wasn't me. I agree, James. I think we're going to get some soon, too. I got you. Playing. Oh, I thought it said Y card. It says V card. Thoughts and prayers to Denny Crump, for sure. Corey Smokes tumble. Jesus. Thanks, Red State. Thanks, Master Yoda. We're out of here. It's the Cardinal Sports Zone podcast. Without all of the Walmart and McDonald's Wi-Fi having mother. Oh, cool. Your grandfather played for Louisville. What was his name? Before I go ahead and click out of this, gotta give him a shout out. Master Yoda said, "Me too, Corey." Look, this is not that type of show, y'all.